Hey, I'm going to show you what to check if your GE dryer runs and it heats, but it's just making some weird noises. So this is the dryer we're looking at today, and this one specifically, when you turn it on, it just makes a weird sound. It's almost like a rattle sound. So if your GE is making this sound, I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm going to also show you another noise that these commonly make. I'm going to show you how you would repair that as well. So to get into this dryer, the main two things you're going to need is a Phillips head and then a 1/4 inch bit. We're going to start with the 1/4 inch, come around back. There's two long 1/4 inch screws like this, and that's how we're going to remove the control panel. Set those to the side, and then this panel simply pops back like this, and then you can just move it forward. Then next we're going to get to these Phillips heads here, one on each side, kind of similar to the other ones. We're going to move those and set them to the side. I like to just pop this back in place for now, just so it kind of sits there. It's a little easier. And then there's two Phillips head screws coming up, one over here and one over here. We're going to get those next. All right, so those screws are going to be right here, going straight up, Phillips head as well. And we're going to remove those on each side. Just like that. Now we're going to lift up on this. Then we're just kind of set it back like that. And then we're going to get a Phillips head or a 1/4 inch, and we're going to remove these two screws on each side. Now we're going to pick up on this, and then we're going to just, you do have a wire running to your door switch here. So what I usually do is just set this to the side, kind of stand it up like that, so you really don't have to disconnect it or anything like that. And now we're able to get to the issues. So a very common issue on these GEs are these slides here, and basically over time they're going to wear down, and then they're going to cause like a grinding or a scrubbing or even a squeaking sound. So I'll put a link for those in the description. If you get to this point and you see these slides are just non-existent or they're completely worn down, then it'd be good to go ahead and replace that. This actually comes with a whole piece like that, nice and easy to replace. But this specific vibrating noise is actually kind of funny. All it is lint built up inside of the fan here. So we're gonna clean this out and clean all this out, put it all back together, and we shouldn't have that weird vibration. We're gonna take our vacuum and just go ahead and vacuum all this out. All right, so we got the fan vacuumed out, and what happens with that is it just kind of gets the fan off balance, and it makes it cause that like vibrating, rumbling noise, which can be very irritating, and eventually it might end up warping something weird. So it's always good to do this if that's the issue. Now we're going to go ahead and reassemble the dryer. So we're going to go ahead and grab this piece, and there's little slots on the bottom there. You're going to simply just set it in place, and you're going to line the drum here. Then we're gonna get our two screws put back in to hold this on. One on each side. There we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this top piece back on. And then I like to start by putting the two Phillips head screws back in on each side. This can get a little tricky, but it's not too hard. You just got to line up the holes. Just like that. We're going to do the same on this side. And now we're going to do the back screws. So we're going to pop this panel, since we still had that loose. We're going to do our 2 Phillips heads next. Sometimes they're a little hard to line up, so you just got to make sure you're hitting the hole there. Now we're going to pop our control panel back in and put our 2/4 inch back on each side. And now we're going to plug it in and see how it works. All right, we got it plugged in. As you can see, the vibrating noise completely stopped, and it's running just like it would if it were brand new. So hopefully this was your issue and you're able to fix it. If it was the slides, I'll link those down in the description down below, the bearing slides, whatever you want to call them. But if it was just the lint, you're good to go, and it's a quick, easy, cheap fix. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. Thank you.